What's going on, everybody? Lee Money here, the host of Money's Crazy Mind and Steel City Renegades. And you know, Redline Radio LLC is proud to partner with Growing Wings Adult Services for the creation of our brand new state-of-the-art production studio. Growing Wings Adult Services has been assisting adults with disabilities in the Northeast Ohio area for the past 5 years. For more information on how Lisa and the team at Growing Wings can assist your family, you can contact Lisa at 234-334-7547 today. Again, that's 234-334-7547.
What's going on, everybody? It is Tim Buck 2 from Tim Buck Tuesday. And you know, I really hate doing home improvement, but I love the way it looks. So what I do is I call Wiggins Construction and Home Improvement. They fix bathrooms, windows, kitchens, sliding doors, and much more. Give Will a call today at 440-731-7654 and tell him Redline sent you. He'll get your house looking right in no time.
What's going on, everybody? Lee Money here from the Steel City Renegades. And if you need auto parts, there's only one place that I know I go, and that's Detroit Auto Parts. Detroit Auto Parts is the official parts store of Redline Radio LLC. They have two convenient locations on the east side. You can call 216-531-7373, or on the west side, call 216-398-7373. Mention Redline Radio and receive 10% off your purchase. So don't forget, if you need any parts for your vehicle today, reach out to Detroit Auto Parts, the official home and auto parts store of Redline Radio LLC.
Yo, Dave, I really appreciate you letting me do my thing over here at Redline Radio LLC.
Tim, ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
Hey, well, you know I love them chicken wings. I got a couple buddies that's trying to come on and do a podcast. You got anything for them?
Heck yeah, we do. Just have them give me a call.
Bet. I'll have them call 440-503-0828.
Tim, don't forget to tell them that we're available on all social media platforms.
And you can't forget about the Redline Radio LLC app on the Google Play Store.
Damn, how'd I forget about that?
You was probably thinking about them little people again.
Damn, I probably was.
That's cool. They just trying to be a part of the winningest radio station in Cleveland.
And we got the hardware to prove it.
This is really gross, but dirty trash cans can pose a serious health risk to you and your family. The pungent smell can attract rats and flies, not to mention maggots, both of which can contain dangerous diseases transferable to humans. Your dirty trash can is susceptible to harboring dangerous bacteria. Contact Brandon at Fitz Trash Bin Cleaning today at 440-752-1533 or find them on Facebook. Veteran owned and operated and eco-friendly. Again, call Brandon at 440-752-1533.
Damn, son, this beat is lit. Another Major League Entertainment production.
Oh, yeah. It's Pizzle. Yo, I hear the loose talk that you're saying, how Don's not the greatest. Guess what, you little haters? I'm back from hiatus. I've been the shit since VCRs and beta, stumping niggas in the yard like I was one of the thetas. And I ain't trying to hear about who the fuck's your favorite. Vince Carter on the floor, outlast all the players. Jumper still wet, still in the greatest shape. My prime is still going. Check my game tape. I'm still fly from paper planes to J's. Not rich, just got a good job, bro. Okay, still in my Levi's, 501's classic, fresh out the cleaners, all pressed in plastic. I'll be out in Beachwood, Nordstrom's in Saxville. Buy it off the mannequin and throw it in the bag. Shit, everything sexy from cologne to the fashion. I don't know who dressing y'all. Y'all look like trash. Chip.
Oh yeah. Oh man. That song get better and better every time I hear it. And y'all ask me why I retired. Hey, let that second verse rock, Tim.
Hey, guess who got his swagger back? Riding on my high horse. Yeah, what out the MAGA hat. Photo shoot fresh, gon' take your pictures. Damn, I look good in these washed denim sixes. Cop me a pair and a pair for the missus. If she want it, she can get it, cause I got it, it ain't tricking. Niggas pocket watching, getting all up in they feelings. Like my nigga Nova said, why you all in my business? Funny style rappers, yeah, I heard your little disses. Shooting at a moving target, niggas aiming and they missing. Spending all that time clout chasing, ass kissing. You can't even run your team, you fire Freddie Kitchens. Barely use Twitter, but I'm still a topic trending. Couple Facebook tags, couple Instagram mentions. Kill all competition, I'm the top of my division. Keep your fake accolades, keep your top 10 list, bitch.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Where my air horns at, Tim? All right, mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Club Pizzle on Redline Radio LLC. I am, of course, Pizzle. They call me the Pod God. They call me Uncle Don. I am your favorite uncle. I am your favorite podcaster out here, man. Oh, man. It's been a week for me, brother. It's been a hell of a week. But I'm here. I ain't gonna say bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but I'm here this week. And again, it's been a week for me, man. What's up, Tim?
Not much, man. You know me, just chilling, man. Doing my thing.
You in here? You got the wife beater on today, man.
Just comfortable, man. It's just comfortable, dog. That's it.
Wife beater buck in the building. How was your week, though, man? Your week been?
My week been fun as fuck, for real, man. I got a random ass hug from this lady that's basically just sank into me like a Tempur-Pedic mattress, nigga. Nigga, it was hilarious, nigga. She did not want to let me go, nigga. She was just like, oh, nigga. She sank in, nigga. She was like, nigga, she did not want to let go, nigga.
Did you get her number?
Yeah, that's in my pocket.
You got the number?
Yeah.
Did you call her yet?
Nah. She was with her husband.
Are you gonna call her?
I might.
I can't hear myself. I don't know if this. There you go. There it is. Wait a minute. I can't hear me. Oh, there we go. All right, I can hear myself. All right, man. Let me shout out a couple of these sponsors, man. Let me shout out Detroit Auto Parts, the official auto parts store at Redline Radio. They have 2 convenient locations on the east side. Call 531-216-531-7373 or call the west side at 216-398-7373. Mention Redline Radio and receive 10% off of your purchase. I am going to be coming over here to see them because I think I need brakes on my car. I'm good, but I feel like I need brakes. I done had my car almost 2 years. I ain't replaced the brakes on it yet. I done been back and forth to Tennessee and my shit. I done been to Columbus. I done been a little bit everywhere. I be driving the shit out of my little hybrid, man.
That mean you don't ride your brakes, nigga.
I be on the highway. I be rolling on the highway, man. Let me give a shout out to Gerber Machine and Tool, the official hotline sponsor of Redline Radio, located at 313 Clark Street in Elyria, Ohio. Oh, they all the way down there. I ain't going down there. They hate Cleveland and Elyria. They hate Cleveland niggas down there. At least they used to. You can call them today at 440-322-3685. And that's it. Shout out to the sponsors. A whole bunch of other sponsors. I'm going to try to get to as many of them as I can. But that's that. I got a special guest in the building. Y'all may have heard him on the Lex Vegas show earlier. Aunt Morrow is in the building.
What's up?
What's good, fam?
How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I ain't seen you since just the Trappy Sports Day.
Yeah.
Where we found out it was too late that you could play fucking quarterback, and I wish I would have found out I'd have had more than 6 catches. I'd have probably had 16 catches.
Hey, listen,
by
I
now.
would have had you out there set records.
Oh, I got records, and I'm going to set more because September 10th. September 10th, we back at it. They're drafting tomorrow to be live on Facebook Live. I'm pretty sure it's going to be on Trappy's page. I don't care where I get picked. And honestly, I just want our squad to come back and run it back, and the NFC squad to come back and run it back, and let them draft from the new people that are in there.
I'm with that.
I called out a couple of people. Only one of them answered. EDH, he answered, and he signed up. He talking about he gonna play football and basketball. I said, if you line up on the other side of me, you ain't gonna make it to basketball because I'm gonna give you work. I'm gonna let you know.
Oh, talk your shit.
That's what I. That's what I
shit.
do, man. That's what I've been on. I talk shit through the first game, and hey, I came out with the MVP. I had to let these guys know, like, I don't just talk football and talk football well. I can play a little bit too. And I was out there. I was active. I was the fucking emotional leader. I had to calm myself down. Like, all right, we still got a little bit more game to go. Calm down. But I was doing that to try to get my guys into the game, man, because they had 2 semi-pros on the other side of that. On that.
They
other
did
squad.
try to. They tried to fuck us. They tried to play us.
But it was all right, man. We got out there.
We was out there ready to just have a good old game. These niggas put on cleats.
Group chats and shit, running plays. We was just out there like, all right, you know what to do.
Niggas doing Pilates and shit before that shit.
Like, all right, y'all want to play zone? All right, I got you.
I was like, yo, this nigga got a trainer out here. Like, what the fuck going on?
But September 10th, we back at it, man. Lost Nation out in Willoughby, good old Willoughby. The draft is tomorrow. It'll be on Facebook Live. Make sure y'all hit up Trappy's page. Shout out to Trappy, man. Shout out to him.
My dog.
He did this release party last night. I wasn't able to attend, but he had a listening party last night over at Exotic. I'm pretty sure it went off right. Trappy, I need them joints, bro. You got to send them shits to me. So please do that. But all right, let's get into it, man. Like, it'd be weird how every time I'm prepping for this show, every single week, I'm jotting down certain things that come up, certain topics, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna lead here, and then I get to Thursday afternoon, and some shit'll break. It happened to me a couple of weeks ago. Like, all right, free agency is gonna start. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. And then, bam, KD asked to be traded. And it's like, damn, I thought I was going to be able to come in here and talk about Kyrie and him and all of this. And it turns out Kyrie hasn't even asked for a trade. That's just some shit that's just been in the media. That's Brian Windhorst doing what Brian Windhorst does and what he's been doing for as long as he's been in the media. Like, I've known that when he was working down at the Beacon down in Akron. And even Woj and all of these guys. So that brings me to today. No, let me fast forward. Let me rewind back to last week. It's like, all right, we're gonna come in here. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this and talk about this. And Rudy Gobert gets traded to Minnesota for every fucking thing. And I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck.
And I don't know if I got into that last week. I'm gonna get to it, but I just want to say this before I get into what I'm getting ready to say. They traded, what was it, 3 unprotected picks?
3.
For Rudy Gobert. I'm not trading 3 protected picks for Rudy Gobert. And I love Rudy Gobert. I would have loved to have Rudy Gobert on the Cavs when LeBron was here.
That'd have been dope.
I was screaming for that. I knew it was never going to happen because I don't think David Griffin had the balls to do it. And I don't think I don't think Kobe Altman has the balls to make a splash move this year. But we'll get to that. But I was so ready to come in here to just be like, all right, nothing's really going on in NBA free agency. It was one other thing that happened that we're going to talk about as well. But at about 2:55 today, my guy Adrian Wojnarowski dropped the Woj bomb. And it was DeAndre Ayton has signed a 4-year, $133 million offer sheet with the Indiana Pacers. The Phoenix Suns have 48 hours to match that offer. And lo and behold, when I walk in the building today, and I'm thinking I'm getting ready to talk about that. Well, damn, he's good. He may or may not be going to the Indiana Pacers. I'm expecting him I'm expecting the Suns to match that. And lo and behold, what do they do at fucking 8:30? The Phoenix Suns have matched the offer. So DeAndre Ayton is not going anywhere. Shout out to him for getting his money. Get your money, DA.
Listen, the Suns had no other choice.
It was inevitable. I think
Chris Paul is on the back 9. You can't forge a future for Proctor that ain't got you the ring yet.
I think Chris has maybe one. I think next year and maybe the year after.
Even if Chris got 2 more years for you,
you
Aiden
need
got another 8 years
you need
for you.
Ayton, you need Booker,
There's
you
no
need
reason to let them
McHale.
leave, and you got Booker. They both under 28. Why would you let them leave?
No way in the world. And I'm listening on my drive home today from work. I'm listening to I always listen to NBA radio on satellite. Rick Kamala and Antonio Daniels. Antonio Daniels is fucking awesome. That dude is so. You know what he's talking about when Antonio Daniels gets on the road and he gets to talk about the things that he's talking about. I'm like, this dude is good. He needs to be on ESPN with Perk and with Richard Jefferson. To me, I think he would do a great job with them. But just like listening to them, and he was saying he's expecting them to. He was expecting Phoenix to match the offer, which they did. But then he was saying this takes them out of the Kevin Durant sweepstakes. And it does, because if you want to get Kevin Durant, if you're going to try to trade for Kevin Durant, DeAndre Ayton can't be a part of the deal until January 15th. That's in the rule of as far as with the collective bargaining agreement.
Oh, no, he can't be a part of the trade at all.
No, he can. He can. You can't do it until January the 15th. If you want to trade Ayton, and if you can't trade him to any other team in the league until January 15th, and you have to wait a full year to trade him to the team that signed an offer sheet, which was the Indiana Pacers, and that shit's not going to happen. So they're going to have Miles Turner there, and I'm actually kind of glad Ayton didn't go there because the Central Division is getting tough. We already had the Bucks who just won a championship a year ago. The Bulls are a playoff team. Our Cavaliers are balling, and were some injuries and a lot of shit happened.
We should be good this year.
And then there are the Detroit Pistons, who we're going to have to deal with for a decade.
They quietly trying to put some shit together down there.
The Detroit, I look at the Pistons remind me of us 2 years ago. Stunk up the joint, got a couple of high draft picks. You got Cade Cunningham, who is going to tear the league up. They drafted Jaden Ivey, who's going to tear the league up. They got Jalen Durant. They got a young squad. Jeremy Grant is there.
They got Bagley on that team.
They got a team. We're going to have to deal with
They got some youngers on there. Potential is there.
It's going to be the Cavs and it's going to be the Pistons in 3 or 4 years for a decade. We got to deal with them. We still got to deal with Milwaukee. Giannis is still there.
Giannis ain't old.
Healthy Chris Middleton.
Because Middleton ain't old.
And I was telling somebody I work this. If Chris Middleton doesn't get hurt, the Milwaukee Bucks repeat. Because I think they would have beat Golden State.
I don't know.
I think they would have.
Steph was on another level.
They were on another level, but when you got,
I thought Boston might help me out. I'm like, they might have athleticism. Steph was like, nah, they ain't ready yet.
I think
they wasn't ready yet.
The fact that Jason Tatum didn't show up, Chris Middleton would have showed up.
He wasn't ready yet.
I agree with that.
I'm not gonna lie. As much as I like Jason Tatum, he was too focused on the social media world and outsiders and locked in. It's the finals. There's no way I'm even posting that Kobe tribute shit to after the shit over with. There's no reason y'all gotta know what my mental is right now. I'm locked in. I'm my first finals. I'm going against the Warriors. Like, I'm not going like this just some easy shit like, oh yeah, let me talk about Kobe right now. No,
and that's the difference. That's the difference between a lot of guys. Because even Kobe isn't doing that. We know Kobe, LeBron went dark during the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. Nobody
finals week and you on Instagram. There's no way that's passing your brain if you locked in for real.
Well, these kids aren't doing that. I mean, and then shit. Look at Draymond. Draymond was potting after every game.
Do that come out? Do that come down to coaching though?
Draymond been there though.
I don't think it even comes down to coaching. I think it's just...
It's a difference. This a 6th rodeo.
Yeah.
This your first. You see what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
It's no way you supposed to be taking no break right now.
Somewhere to focus. You supposed to lock in and focus
this
in
the
on,
weekend
on the
you ain't
task
partying, you ain't drinking, you ain't smoking. Hey, listen, we got to be on.
Drop
here.
Juice off with his mama.
You know
go ahead, go play with your mama, kid.
Here.
I gotta focus.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we here. It's no way you can like, you know what, we're gonna get here again. There's no guarantees.
And I don't think everybody's like, well, they're going to win it next year because they got Malcolm Brogdon. I mean, that makes them so much better, and I hate it because I hate the Celtics. But I was telling people, Milwaukee, I'm looking
Smart running the one. That's a solid fucking pickup.
And their chances look good, but I'm looking at Milwaukee healthy. I'm looking at Miami, who is a Jimmy Butler three-pointer away from possibly going to the finals.
I'm not gonna lie, we need this rookie and the core to have banner years. Our middle of the order gotta pull up some weight.
As far as the Cavs go, just continue to get better. I wanted them to make a splash move. I really want them to make a splash move, but Kobe Altman doesn't have the nuts to do it. He doesn't have the balls to put together a trade package for Donovan Mitchell. He doesn't have the balls to put together a trade package for Kevin Durant if Kevin Durant would want.
I wanted Murray.
Anything. I wanted DeJounte. I was screaming DeJounte Murray at the trade deadline, and people looked at me like I was crazy.
Listen, if we got to give a City Osmond some picks, let's do this.
Listen.
Because that's all they did to give Gallinari some picks and waived him the very next day.
The thing that really burns me up about Cleveland is the attachment to Colin Sexton. And I like Colin Sexton. He's a hell of a ball player.
I feel like he get a bad rap here, and that ain't fair.
He is a hell of a ball player, but did you see the way we played without him?
That's not fair.
Darius Garland became an all-star. That team, and
that's not fair to him.
Don't get me wrong.
He
never got to
play with none of them players.
I like Colin Sexton. He's a hell of a ball player. But if I got to move him to get a Donovan Mitchell, to get a DeJounte Murray, I'm pulling the trigger.
I don't know, because you don't know if he could be either one of those players. Because he was those players on a bad team.
Was he all? He wasn't all defense. He didn't make an all defense team. Colin Sexton ain't played defense probably since high school.
He averaged 24. And he put up Steph efficiency.
You
numbers.
don't get 24-point game scores just hopping out of bed.
He not out there putting up 29% from three. He had 48 clip.
And I agree with that.
80-90 a free throw. He had 48% on field goals.
So if you
like
have
he's an efficient scorer.
So if you have
niggas give him a bad knock because he don't play defense, but Donovan Mitchell don't play defense. Most of these little guards don't play defense.
Donovan plays more than Colin. DeJounte Murray made all defensive teams.
He's 6'7". That's different.
DeJounte is 6'4", 5". He just looks like he's not that. He's like 6'4", 6'5".
Okay.
And he's an all-star. All-star, all-defensive player.
He is. And I wanted him.
I wanted him bad as hell. So you wouldn't put together a trade package for Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah. I would.
What would your and I said this, it would have to be Colin Sexton. You would have to trade Isaac Okoro. You almost have to put him in that deal.
Yeah, both of them got to go.
And Jetty Osman in that deal for the money because Mitchell is making almost 30. And you're going to have to throw in some draft picks. And one thing everybody knows about Danny Ainge is he loves draft picks. He collects draft picks. That's how Boston is where they are now, because that's why Jason Tatum is there. That's why Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart. That's why those guys are there. He collected those picks. And they get to a certain point and they get good, you're able to offload picks the way they did with us with the Isaiah Thomas trade, and they gave us the Brooklyn pick. So that would be my Donovan Mitchell move. What about you?
I mean, that deal actually makes sense for real. I mean, that's contention that you're probably going to bring LeVert back.
And Karras will be here. And I think, and if they do move Karras, it'll be at the deadline because
I mean, but you got to bring him back because you got the rookie who can play the 2 and the 3. Yeah. You got to play a backup. Like, you got to have a backup. You can't think you're going to have, you know what I'm saying, a G leaguer on a playoff team. Like, you got to have a solid 2. You know what I'm saying? You got to have another ball distributor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Rubio not going to be ready to the end of the season.
Till January.
So NATO ain't going to be giving you scoring your 25 a game on a random night. He going to right the ship for somebody else to be scoring. You got to have that LeVert. The rookie looked cool, but I don't know how he going to break defenders down.
I think he's going to be better than people think he is, just for the fact that he's 22 years old. He already has a grown man body. Mm-hmm. This is one thing that I picked up when I went to the Philly game. this past season. I'm sitting courtside and I'm looking at the difference between our players and I'm looking at the Philly players. I say they got grown man bodies over there. They got James Harden over there who's pushing 220. You got Joel Embiid who looks like a fucking giant in person. You got Tyrese Maxey who's a big body. Tobias Harris is a big body. We look at us. You look at Darius Garland. Darius Garland is my size and I'm 175 pounds on a good day. Evan Mobley is a tall guy, but he's wiry. Jared Allen isn't a wide body guy. Lauri Markkanen is 7 feet, but Lauri Markkanen might be 220 on a good day. But with OJ, with him, he's 22 years old. He got a grown man body already. And I think he's going to come in. He's going to help us immensely. Even with Okoro standing next to James Harden, it's like James Harden is bigger than this dude. Like these our players, I mean, and they're young, and that's something with youth, and you know, they put them on the right training program and the right diets. The Cavs are going to be fine. To me, they're going to be fine. I still think we're going to be somewhere between 6 and a play-in because you got to look at the Eastern Conference. Like I said, you got Boston, you got Milwaukee.
Know. Listen,
you got Boston, Milwaukee, Miami,
I'm bullish.
Chicago,
I'm bullish
Philly.
on this season. A healthy Colin Sexton will carry us for a whole season. If the defense remain what they are,
I still think that only gets us to 6, maybe 5.
Evan Mosby is a different player.
I know. I already know about Evan Mobley. I've been saying since about December or January, 2 years and 15 pounds, Evan Mobley is going to be unstoppable. They ain't going to be able to do nothing with him.
He's the reason for the turnaround. Jared Allen can play a true center. Jared Allen can play Jared Allen can play his true center position. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't got to do too much switching.
You don't have to draw plays.
He can go under all of it because the other one can control. I can come out to the point. Like, his movement made that whole thing swing. Mm-hmm. It made Lauri Markkanen like a solid defender for a minute.
It did, and that was my worry about Markkanen. Like, dude,
he looked solid for a minute, and teams started figuring it out. That's why we had to give Seti minutes, and that's why Stevens got a lot of minutes and stuff. Like, we had to get.
I want them to get rid of Lamar Stevens. I am not a fan of Lamar Stevens. I'm really not. I'm not. People are like, why are you so hard? I'm like, have you seen this motherfucker play?
He is bad on offense, but he has played some solid defense for you.
He's like a older version of Isaac Okoro, and Okoro's going to get better. I'm counting on that. I'm counting on him to be our 3-and-D guy.
Yeah, I think he'll be all right.
And if he's gonna play the 2, that's if you don't bring Sexton back, which I think they are gonna bring him back. They're gonna sign him. He's gonna end up signing his qualifying offer, which is $7 million, and then he can become unrestricted next year. What I'm not getting with Colin Sexton though is why, like, there's no market for him. There's no market. You don't hear of any teams. We heard this Utah thing. They want to sign a trade for him.
Because I feel like nobody want to get in the bidding war to get Colin Sexton.
You think?
Because I feel like if any offer came out,
I think they will match it. I think they'll match it. And I think
it'll be the same thing with DeAndre Ayton.
And I
feel
think
like
that's what's going to happen.
If the Pacers threw out a 4-year, $80 million deal for him, and he signed it, you don't think the Cavs will be
they're gonna snap him back. They're gonna snap him back real quick.
We got it because that's half of what we gave Garland, so we got that. Yeah, let's do
But I saw a rumor yesterday where Utah was gonna try to sign a trade and was gonna throw us Mike Conley back. I'm cool. If we didn't have Rubio, I would be like, okay, but no, I'm cool. There are only 2 players on the Utah Jazz that I would take. One of them is Donovan Mitchell, which is far-fetched because he's probably gonna end up a Knick by next week. And Bojan Bogdanovic. That's the only other. Those are the guys from the Jazz that I want. Jordan Clarkson, we saw that movie before. We don't really need him. We need 6-7 guys who can shoot. We got enough 6'1" guys and enough 7 feet guys. We need guys in between. We need guys Caris LeVert size. Those are the type of guys that the Cavaliers need. And I think Bojan is one of those guys that they'll get at the trade deadline because his deal is expiring come next season. So, I mean, they got time, and I mean, we'll see. But back to it, we off on the tangent. I mean, that's cool. Always on the tangent. It's always good to go off on tangents. But let's talk about this Ja Morant thing real quick. In his comments, that he said he was talking to Taylor Rooks. And they asked him about playing against Michael Jordan. And he said he'd cook him. I ain't mad at him for saying it, because what the fuck else is he supposed to say? He said, I would have cooked Michael Jordan too. See, I'm never going to say nobody's going to beat me in one-on-one. What else is he supposed to say? And I'm going to go back and I'm going to let you get this. I'm going to let you get your thought. But there was a rookie, I forgot which team he plays for, who came in was saying, well, LeBron got to prove that he's better than me. And everybody like, well, he's supposed to say that. He's supposed to say that. With Ja, everybody's like, you're crazy. Why the fuck is you do? You know what I'm saying? Where's this? Like, why don't y'all keep that same energy? Isn't Ja supposed to say that?
He is. Honestly, anybody will say that. You can never have somebody like peak or put a ceiling on you know what I'm saying, longevity, what they could be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to say if I'm Kobe and, you know what I'm saying, after my three-peat. So, does it feel good never to be as good as Jordan? Oh, no, nigga, I'm about to be better.
You're supposed to say that.
You know what I'm saying? It's nobody that's going to just cut their own story short for another nigga's legacy.
And the confidence in him. And you know what? And I'm
Like,
going to say this.
John Morant could get Memphis in the finals for 3 years running and get 3 for 3, and niggas be like, I don't know. MJ, I don't know. This nigga's different. He might be like you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way you can just become a sidekick to your own story for a nigga. That's wild.
I got a hot take. I believe Ja could.
I don't know.
Listen.
Ja got to score every time because MJ gonna score every time.
I mean, that goes without saying. Mike gonna post fade him every trip.
That's what I'm saying. Ja just got to score.
And Ja will score.
And then it might become like we gotta
think about this. We gotta think about this.
But Mike gonna score.
When Mike played and he was defending guys, they wasn't dribbling like.
And that's what
they wasn't dribbling like this.
Ja got
he didn't see
scoring.
Mike didn't see crossovers until Iverson. Rod Strickland, there's a video that's going up on social media. Rod Strickland was cooking. He was cooking, and Mike was trying to defend. Rod Strickland was cooking. We know who Rod Strickland's godfather is. Every time I look at Kyrie, I see Rod Strickland. Like, he does play exactly like Rod Strickland. Exactly the same way. He got a better handle than Rod. But Mike never saw crossovers like that until Iverson showed him, like, oh, this is what we do. Tim Hardaway, yeah. Gary Payton never was known for his handle. And a lot of these point guards and a lot of shoot guards, a lot of these dudes was just dribbling like this. They wasn't dribbling. It wasn't, come on, let's go out to the playground and let's dance. It wasn't a lot of dancing back then. I think Mike wins one-on-one, yes, but Ja is cooking. Ja gonna score. Ja gonna
I didn't say he wasn't.
In a game up to 10, I say 10-7.
I was gonna say 6, so we were on the same number.
I get Ja 7.
I feel like Ja confident. He gonna try and pull one. That bitch might not go in. He gonna waste a turn. He gonna waste a whole possession.
He may get, yeah.
Sorry for that. I'm gonna go 10-6.
And Mike can post fade him the whole time.
The whole time. Or no, don't get it twisted. Mike will pull up in this nigga mouth. Like, it will be no, I'm gonna walk you down for this 19-foot to shoot 6'2". Let's keep this going. Let's keep this going the whole fucking night. This is practice, little nigga.
You gotta get up.
I gotta get that 40 up, and then when the second he bite on that bitch, here come the off the backboard to myself.
Not the off the backboard.
Stupid little nigga. Cause he got them buddies, so nigga try to go up for one. He gonna think he timed this bitch. He ain't gonna shoot the bitch in my face again.
Remembering that Mike got the hands and can.
You see what I'm saying? Like, little nigga.
But I think 10-7 would be. I think Ja would get his off. Ja would.
Oh no, nigga.
Ja getting highlights.
Nigga athletic. He got that Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose athleticism. Like, nigga athletic.
He's the 6'3" version of Allen Iverson. He's the bigger. If you watch AI highlights and you watch Ja Morant, practically the same. People thought I was crazy when I said that until AI came out this past year. It's like, I told y'all that shit last year.
I feel like he closer to Derrick Rose than AI.
He shoots better than Derrick Rose. He's not as explosive as Rose. When Rose at his best is the most explosive player I've ever seen.
I don't think he had a ball on the string like AI did, though.
He does.
No, AI handles up there.
I mean,
feel like,
AI's handles, AI, Kyrie on the handle side, nobody's handles are better than theirs.
yeah.
Ja is a tier below them. I seen him play at Murray State. That ball be on. He have it on the string. He don't do it as much in Memphis, but that ball is definitely on the string. Let's see where we go. Let me get to this since we on this whole Jordan thing. Have y'all seen Ray Allen's criteria when it comes to the goal? I don't think I gave you anything on this, Tim, but Ray Allen's criteria on why LeBron isn't the GOAT. He said, well, can he shoot free throws? Can he shoot three-pointers? Can he shoot the three well? Well, then he's not the GOAT. Well, according to your criteria,
LeBron better than all them stats.
Look, according to Ray Allen's criteria, these guys can't shoot the three. Jordan was not a great three-point shooter. Neither was Magic Johnson.
Oh man.
So with his argument, he just disqualified three of the guys who I listen to in the GOAT argument. Jordan, LeBron, and Magic are three guys. If you say they're the greatest, I won't argue with that. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the other one. That's he's. I mean, come on, Kareem has probably had the greatest basketball career of anybody going from high school all the way to the league. The dude he won everywhere he went and was dominant and was the best player on the floor everywhere he went.
So fucking good. Like, why was he that big and that good, man? That's so ridiculous.
Sky hook.
Like, I'm talking about, he came out like, I know my purpose. Like, I'm here to do this, and this is only like.
And everybody.
This nigga won in high school. This nigga won in college. Listen, this nigga was Mr. Basketball, won the championship in the College Basketball Hall of Fame. Like, destroyed this shit.
He only won 3 championships in college, and it would have been 4, but they didn't let freshmen play back then when he played.
Wow. Like, ridiculous, man.
How people.
Then nigga come in the league and I'm gonna score the most points ever.
He averaged his whole people only remember Kareem from his time with the Lakers. They don't remember early Kareem before Lou Alcindor and transitioning into Kareem. Man's averaged 30, 35. Was wearing these dudes out back then. And became all-time leading scorer and all of that. So, but with Ray Allen, you saying three-pointer, you can't, if he disqualified everybody except for fucking Steph Curry and Larry Bird. Or those are about the only other guys that are in the top 10 and top 15 that I can think of that can shoot the three and shoot free throws well. He disqualified everybody else. He said, if you can't, can he shoot threes? No. Can he shoot free throws well? No. Well, then he can't be the GOAT. You just disqualified Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, fucking Oscar Robertson. He just canceled all the great swingmen. Clyde Drexler, all these motherfuckers. He got rid of all of them.
The wild part about it, outside of the free throws, LeBron shoot threes good. It's weird.
He shoots them at a surprisingly well clip.
Yeah, everybody assuming he don't shoot well, but the nigga makes them.
He makes them when he has to.
He does it a lot. It's weird that niggas forget how many he makes.
I just wanted to
He can make a lot of them, man. Like, I feel like because he not like Kyle Korver, niggas feel like he can't shoot, but the nigga make a whole lot of them. Like, if you compare his numbers to like Donovan Mitchell and Jason Tatum and Brown and motherfucking what's another young little guard? Devin Booker's 3-point numbers, I guarantee they're all at around the same percentage.
They're all about 36, 37%. I mean, Bron will never be 40, 50, 90. But LeBron is the most efficient.
That's all I got to do.
The efficiency. I get on the floor, I'm going to give you 25,
I got to practice
8,
my whole game. I can't just practice shots.
I'm going to give you 25, 8, and 8. I'm going to give you 27.
I got to practice the whole
8
game.
and 9 coming out there. Ray Allen. I love Ray Allen. Ray Allen's one of my favorite NBA players, but he's way off base here. You just disqualified everybody with those comments.
It was a weird take. I saw it and didn't understand it.
We just gonna stick with the NBA here. We got the Colin, Donovan, blah blah blah. Scottie Pippen. made some comments about players in their control, or players in controlling their whole narrative on where they get to play at. And Tim, you got that?
Yep.
We're gonna listen to Scottie Pippen's comment. I know y'all mad at Scottie Pippen and been laughing at Scottie Pippen because everybody fucking his ex-wife, but
Do you think players today are better than players in your time period as far as total package?
I would say yes.
I totally agree.
I think that, watching these players, the stamina, just the pace of the game. This is a tough game. I mean, to keep up with this pace, and you got to be able to make shots. So if you're not making shots, you're going to be sitting over there with the coach. So I think this is a tougher era to be successful in, because you need to be able to shoot the basketball. And bottom line, I mean, there's guys that can get to the hole and create opportunities, but the guys that shoot the basketball from range are much more valuable in today's game.
and that goes back to that wasn't the thing about players and controlling their shit, but that was him talking about guys being better, and that leads me back to basketball in the 90s. We are old enough to remember basketball in the 90s. We remember that shit, right? I remember going to Cavs games and sitting through 88 to 85 games. Boring as shit. Players weren't that skilled.
They used to give out tickets for free.
This was like the
literally for free. It's just
the schools
it
would
was
just
like,
give
hey,
it to us. You got Cavs
did
tickets.
you do your homework on Friday? We got
Get
some
some
Cavs
Cavs
tickets for you.
That's a fact, though. That's a fact.
Hey, did you eat all your corn and peas? We got some Cavs tickets for you. Was you on time to school today? Guess what I got?
Perfect attendance.
Some Cavs tickets for you. Did you drop your kids off on time today? Guess what we got for you, mama? Some Cavs tickets.
And that is a fact. And that goes back to what Charles Oakley was talking about, how Giannis wouldn't been able to do what he did. That's a lie and a half. And I love you, Charles Oakley, but that's a lie. Giannis is bouncing off of you and dunking on your head.
Yeah, he was going to show y'all niggas with that wingspan.
6'11".
There's going to be a lot of and ones in that area. Hey, Giannis don't play soft. He go in like, bitch, what's up?
Pat Ewing,
like
he
go in like, I'm ready for whatever's about to happen. Like
Patrick, move. He does, and he's.
Oh no, he's gonna get some fair share of his ass whooping.
Yeah,
like, he's gonna be giving out some punishment. Like
he's dunking on guys. He's posted. Patrick Ewing is on posters, and that's the thing. You know what I hate about this generation, and I don't know when this came in, but when did getting dunked on mean your career is over with, or guys getting dunked on? I've seen plenty of Jordan posters with Hall of Famers on them, him dunking on people. I've seen him dunk on Patrick Ewing like 90 times. I've seen him dunk on David Robinson, Hakeem Olajuwon. I've seen a lot of these guys. Mutombo, Alonzo Mourning, all these guys get dunked on.
That's not the right argument for that, because that's the GOAT. So to get dunked on by him, it's like, I mean, we give you a pass for him, so nobody care about that one.
I saw Kevin Johnson dunk on Hakeem Olajuwon in the playoff game.
See, that's
nasty.
That's the one he don't want to talk about. You think that's when you tell people stories about? That's the one that pissed him off. How the fuck did Kevin Johnson dunk on me?
Well, I saw Kevin Johnson dunk on 7'4".
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's like that's like Nate Robinson. Remember nigga dunked on fucking, who was that? Was it Mozgov or somebody? Who was that big ass nigga he dunked on?
Was it Maz?
He dunked on a big ass nigga, and it was like,
I mean, everybody's bigger than
you see what I'm
Nate
saying?
Robinson.
Like certain shit, you just like, hey nigga, this should not have happened, but it did.
It happens. Dudes get dunked on. If you a shot blocker, you're gonna get dunked on.
But some niggas don't, like I said, they don't want to be the random nigga in YouTube history.
Why?
6'8" guard from the Spurs get dunked on by a backup player. Like, you don't want that
happens.
You don't want that shit to be what niggas typing in.
It happens. Steve Nash is a Hall of Famer, and we saw Ricky Davis jump over him and dunk on him.
Yeah,
I was at that game too. Oh my God.
We saw LeBron dunk on Kevin Garnett in the play. I was there. I was at that game, and I thought the building was gonna collapse.
You right.
I was there when he dunked on the one dude from the Bulls, and dude just kept bumping Brian. Brian was like, you know what? Fuck this. Get on the rim.
Listen,
He dunked on Tim Duncan. Brian
that's
had
Tim
that
Duncan.
poster.
That's Tim Duncan.
Brian had that poster in his locker.
I bet he did.
I
That's
bullshit
Tim
you
Duncan.
not.
I dunked on Tim Duncan. Did you beat me 4-0, nigga? Every time I can get a chance, I'm gonna embarrass you.
True. But I
You
dunked on him.
embarrass the fuck out of me, nigga.
But the thing, like, what is so bad about getting dunked on? Jordan got crossed over.
Man, getting dunked on is like getting knocked out in a fight. It's like, man, you have all the potential, and then
If
it's all over.
you step in there, you got a chance to get knocked out. Just like if you step
That's
between
like,
the lines.
That's like the shot blocking.
If you step between those lines and you up on that rim, there's a chance that you can get dunked on. So what's
Listen,
so bad
you gotta
about it?
win his back. Like Mike Tyson, he might lose a fight, but then he knock out the next nigga. Oh, Mike back.
He got to knock out the.
You see what I'm saying?
He got to get Buster Douglas.
You
Though.
see what I'm saying? So when you get dunked on, if you come back the very next play, you pin a nigga on glass and stare at him. Oh no, that was just a anomaly, nigga. Okay, I'm back with you, nigga. You the shot blocker.
Who gonna remember? What you gonna remember?
But
more?
if you get dunked on twice in the same game and they take you out for the fourth quarter, I'm like,
I mean,
oh,
that's
nah.
something different. But
This nigga who I thought he was. This
But
nigga's
getting dunked
embarrassing.
on, it's a part of the game. Just like in football, if you get a decleater, it's a part of the game.
Nah, that's just it. Niggas don't dunk like they used to, unless it's fast break shit. Like niggas, all they plays draw them now is fucking 3-pointers.
For the
They
most
get
part.
dunks off putbacks and some broken down plays most of the time of transition. Like they play is not position for them unless
Yeah,
it's
the
like
one on the guys who go
unless it's
one
like
on
some
one.
backdoor pass to some nobody wide open time to dunk. Like,
Well, Ja, when he gets in his bag,
some niggas crazy on offense and they gonna go at a nigga, but systems is generating
It's a
like
whole lot
3-point
different.
plays. You see what I'm saying? So even as a big man, you're not dunking as much as you was in the 90s. In 90s, if you averaged 20 points a game, you had 9 dunks in the game.
that was Dwight Howard for a stretch.
You see what I'm saying? Like
That was Shaq for him.
nowadays, Cat don't dunk the ball 9 times in the game, and he got to average 20 a game.
These dudes are shooting jumpers.
You see
I
what I'm
think,
saying?
I
Like,
think these
so
dudes are scared to go
scoring
to the
is
cup.
totally different. So for you not to know how to space out or get where you got to go, like that shit is a little off. So
I still don't see any shame in getting dunked on. If you get dunked on, you get dunked on. Hell, you're a pro, you're good. I mean, you in there. I mean, it's gonna happen to you at some point.
you got to be good.
Even Shaq got dunked
You
on.
got to be good. We forget about it.
Exactly. So what's the shame in all these dudes? I think all the people who be like, "Oh, your career's over," is dudes who ain't never been dunked on before and
But
have
that's
never
just
been.
it. They only say that shit about like middle and stars.
people be on people that ain't never
LeBron,
been.
they got dunked on many times. And
It happens.
You know what I'm saying? It happens. Like niggas dunk on people. You can't not play defense and not think they're gonna get the best of you one time.
And all of these dudes that be talking that shit are dudes like, y'all clearly ain't never really played basketball, have y'all? Damn, they go to Pikes. They a little late today. They usually catch me about 9:15ish or some shit like that. There's a couple of rule changes in the NBA. They're making the play-in permanent, which I'm glad they're doing. And I knew that was gonna happen. They saw the money that they generated from it, ticket sales and TV revenue. That gives the networks another chance at getting their, it's money. So I ain't mad about that. And the other rule is they took away the take foul, which I hate. So with the take foul going, with these fast breaks, it's about to be some guys out there getting busy. I can't wait. I want to see Zach LaVine on the break. I want to see Ja on the break. I want to see Brian at 38 on the break. So I'm so, because didn't that shit make you crazy? Watching these games, guy get a steal and on the fast break and then
Weak ass call. Just to stop the
the
play.
take foul. I hate them. I hate them. Let these dudes rock. Let them get there. And then we'll be able to see some dudes who's like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. Because there's going to be a couple of them dudes out there.
It's weird the NBA is marginalizing the dunk.
You think?
The 3-point play is way more exciting than the dunk now.
I mean, the 3-point contest is far and way
No,
more exciting.
I'm talking about just if you watch the game, watch
Oh, the game
SportsCenter.
is changed.
They
It's-
showing like, and then we kicked it out to Mozgov for the 3. We kicked it off to so-and-so for the 3. Steph Curry in his bag, he pulls up from 30 feet.
Yeah.
They show like one dunk highlight. It's a whole lot of shots.
I mean, because the dudes aren't dunking the way they were. The fast breaks aren't there. Even though fast breaks, Nobody's running to the rim anymore.
And if a nigga check it,
They're
they kick it
running-
out for the three.
They run into the corner.
It's fast
or they
break
run into
threes. A
the
nigga
ring.
fast break and pull up.
They run into the corner or they run into the wing.
It's wild.
Let's see, where can we go? You watching any summer league? I've been watching a little bit of it. I've been watching the Cavs look good in summer league. I've been watching the top draft picks. I've been watching Chet Holmgren. I've been watching Jabari Smith. I've been watching Paolo Banchero. Those three guys are going to be all right.
Yeah, they're looking cool.
Chet Holmgren is going to be a problem. He's like white KD. For real. He is 7 feet. He might be.
I don't know if
They
he got,
say he
I don't know if
190
he got the footwork
pounds.
for KD.
On the offensive end, his bag is. We ain't seen the whole bag, but the bag is there.
Oh no, he's
At
looking,
7
he looking
foot-
alright so far.
He looks great. I mean, he's gonna have to guard some people. He's a good defender. He just light in the ass. He's not
That's a
190
problem.
pounds.
Evan Mosley dealt with that, and Evan Mosley is big compared to him.
He makes Evan Mobley look like Dwight Howard. He really does.
He's a little thin one. He got bulk up.
They sat Orlando sat Paolo Banchero because they want to give other guys an opportunity, which basically means like, all right, we've seen enough. We know you're gonna be good. Just go and warm up with Jalen Suggs and Cole.
I know the
Anthony
bitch
and
looked
those
like a
guys.
star in college.
Oh, Paolo? I knew it.
But the problem is with niggas like him, you always scared you're gonna get the Michael Beasley of the world, or you're gonna get the Thomas Robinson, or you're gonna get the
That's a name I ain't heard in a while.
what's the one nigga who came out with
Jabari
Kyrie?
Parker. Think about a guy like Jabari Parker.
Like you feel like you think that he gonna be that nigga, and he really just not.
Paolo is.
You see what I'm
he's
saying? Like
different from those
for every
guys.
nigga you think is Carmelo, you got fucking Quentin Richardson. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, and that's just facts. Like no knock on him, but it's a difference of player. So that'd be the only drawback they was having. That's why they was projecting to go third and fourth and all that.
I wasn't
shit.
expecting Paolo to go on.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I thought it was gonna be Jabari, Chet, and Paolo.
but he was the most NBA looking ready player most of those games.
I'm a Duke guy, so
He looked like he was
he
ready.
looks the part.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of those niggas, they don't be that when they get to the league.
It happens. It happens. It happens. It happens more
Niggas
time.
thought Josh Smith was gonna take over the league. You get that, he dominated everybody he ever played against. And then there's a lot of niggas he never saw, so he didn't dominate them.
Josh became what he became. He was never gonna be the guy who was gonna lead your team to the show. But put him with a guy like Joe Johnson, he contribute. Put him with, you know what I'm saying? It's certain guys that, you know, like look at what's my guy name that's in Denver now? Look at Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon was tearing shit up in Orlando. He was a 25-10 guy. Out in Denver, he's just a guy. He's just a guy who can contribute to a championship team. He'd be the third option on that team after Jokic and after Jamal Murray. Speaking of the Nuggets, that's going to be a team to look out for next year. When they're healthy. No, he'll be the fourth option after Murray, Jokic, and Michael Porter Jr., who's going to be healthy. The Nuggets are... Look out for the Nuggets.
It's a solid team.
Before we get out of here, Dave Chappelle dropped, I'm getting off of sports. Dave Chappelle dropped a new special on Netflix. I watched it this morning. It's pretty damn good, man. It's called What's in the Name?
Yeah, I liked it.
It's a speech at the Duke Ellington School of Arts. They were naming the theater after him. And spoiler alert, his gesture was like, don't name it after me. He changed the name. He gave it another name. I forget the name. It leaves me. But he said he did that, you know what I'm saying, for those kids. Because he said he went back there after he did the closer special. And they were mad at him. Like, you know, he stirred up a hornet's nest with the closer. But I thought it was brilliant, just like I thought that this whole thing was brilliant. Like it was like a speech mixed in with a little comedy, a little bit of it's motivating as hell. Dave Chappelle motivates the shit out of me. Just some of the things that he say, and just his delivery and his timing on everything. It's like he's serious as a fucking heart attack, and then to throw a joke in the end of it. It's like, God damn, this is some fucking genius shit here. That shit just blows me away. It's like, damn, I see why this motherfucker gets 60 for these. It's like 40 minutes long or something like that. It was almost like one of his comedy specials. I thought it was brilliant. I did, man.
I enjoyed it.
I'm gonna watch it again when I go home.
Funny jokes. I enjoy him though. I feel like he one of the greats, you know. So everybody gotta love him while we can. I will say I feel like he's taking on way more controversy than he ever did in his career, and I feel like some of his earlier work was way more controversial.
Way more. Killing Them Softly is.
And he take a lot of flack for everything he do now, and it's just the weirdest thing to me.
You know why? It's just because of the times that we're in. Everybody's sensitive. You can say anything and you can offend somebody. Everything can be looked at as offensive.
I mean, they found a text message from years ago of Kevin Hart for the fucking Oscars and shit.
A tweet.
And
that's these goofballs. That's why I say cancel culture.
Ain't nobody
needs to be
canceled Dave Chappelle though.
They tried. They tried after the closer. The LGBTQ RSTUVs, they tried to get him. They tried to cancel me for that. Why are you getting the name wrong? Listen, man. I think cancel culture needs to be canceled.
Yeah.
Like, let me that shit like people don't change. I don't have the same thought process that I had 10 years ago. I don't have the same thought process that I had 5 years ago. It's some shit that I've said, and it's like I go back and look at it like, damn, I really did feel like that at that time. I don't feel like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, they canceled, they just... I don't know, man. I ain't even gonna get into no R. Kelly shit. I'm gonna leave R. Kelly shit where it's at. I'm gonna have a Master P conversation on how Master P been selling us bullshit for 30 years, and we let him get away with it.
Oh, damn, that's facts.
I'm gonna need more than the 3 minutes that I got to get to that. I'm gonna just say go back and listen to a lot of them No Limit shits from 97 and 98, and you'll probably find 5 or 6 of those albums that actually aged well. The rest of that shit aged like 3-day-old barbecue left out. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
I've been itching to have this conversation. I've been tabling this conversation, and I'm gonna table it for at least another week or 2. It all depends. I'm gonna just leave that at that. Final thing before we get out of here, man. I don't know if y'all heard this story. Neo and Lucky Day is the funniest shit that I heard this week. So apparently, Neo was going to sign Lucky Day. Lucky Day is one of his young guys that he brought up in the industry. He wrote a lot. He co-wrote a lot with Neo. He wrote the Miss Independent remix verse that turned out to be Jamie Foxx's verse on that song. You know, Lucky Day was like his little guy, his little man's. And Neo said he was staying at his house, and he told him, like, all right, I'm getting ready to leave. I got to go out of town, yada, yada, yada. The house is yours. Just don't go in my room. Don't go in my bedroom. Neo said he comes home, and Lucky Day's in the bed in his bed in the master bedroom with the woman. Listen, man. My room is my room. My space is my space. If I say stay the fuck out of there, stay the fuck out of there. And we would have had to fight. We would have had to throw hands. I got this big, I don't know how big Neo's house was, but I'm going to just hypothetically say I got this 9-bedroom house or whatever. And on all the rooms you want to fuck in, you go in my master bedroom. My personal, this is the one room where I actually sleep. These other rooms just got beds and blankets and pillows and shit, and don't nobody else live here but me. That's just the wildest story and the funniest story that I heard this week, but I wanted to throw that out there. I want to thank everybody. I'm gonna wrap this thing. I'm getting ready to go home. I'm kind of not looking forward to this weekend because starting next week, I'm going back to graveyard shift 11 to 7. I hate the shit. The show is still going to go on. I'm just going back on third shift for a few weeks. It's going to be a temporary thing. I hate it. It is what it is, though. But I hope y'all have a great weekend. I hope everybody's weekend and week, all of that shit. I always lose my train of thought when I get to the end, probably because I'm tired and it's almost at my bedtime, which next week I'll be going straight to work and shit. Thank you to my guy Timbuktu on the ones and twos. Thanks to Ann Morrow for sitting in with me today. We back on the freestyle shit next week. Mookie Montonio will be here next week. Make sure y'all go check out that album. All right, so boom. It's on your DSPs right now, and that shit is fire. We gonna talk to him about that and a couple of other little things. You know, that's my guy, Mook. Shout out to Mook. He'll be here next week, and he's gonna spit some bars for y'all. I'm trying to get my guy Crazy A on the line. Y'all know, I tell y'all all the time, I put the house on Crazy A. Crazy A is the best in the city to me. That's it, man. Y'all already know what I say, man. Always protect your peace, protect your energy. The message is more important than the messenger. And creators, be great. Stay positive, because negative energy is trash.
Guess who got his swagger back? Riding on my high horse, yeah, without the MAGA hat. Photo shoot fresh,